Hello. As always, 50% off coupon and the link to the eBay store is in the description below, along with all my other links if you can go follow what you can. Also, if you could drop a like on this stream and subscribe to me if you haven't already, helps me out a lot. Also, go check out the community tab on my channel. I do movie reviews, polls, updates on the channel, whatever else I find fun and interesting. Alrighty. So we did go thrifting on Saturday, which I'll show you at the end of stream today. I'm gonna go through everything, but I will just kind of show you an overview. I know, dude. I see all the stuff, but it doesn't quite feel like it yet, Ivan. But one thing we did find is the Holy Grail. Found the Holy Grail, guys. It was literally sitting on a shelf by itself, just sitting there, and so we bought it. We're not actually gonna sell this, but we are gonna put it on the shelf over there and say that we found the Holy Grail. But I'll show you kind of an overview of the stuff we got at the once I'm done packaging here. But over the weekend, what was that? 10. We sold 10 total items, 3 different buyers. The buyer that bought all these Beanie Babies. Wanted 10, and they were saying shipping was a little bit too high, but we've had problems with our Beanie Baby shipping in the past, so now we don't. I know for a fact I have it. There we go. Someone was calling me there. But when you purchase the ones like these that are all $7.99 flat shipping, if you get more than one, it's just 99 cents because it does add about 10 ounces to the 8 to 10 ounces to the package. So we have to kind of make a little bit more money so it covers that. But they were I went through all this different stuff with them, does all this Beanie Baby shipping say $7.99? Does this, blah, 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 this and this. There's actually one, I think it was one of these two guys that I had to go end the listing and fix. One of these were messed up, but they still wanted 10, and they were shipping is so high. And I was like, well, do you have a big one? And a big one, we use over 1 pound shipping because it's not the same weight. And that's calculated shipping. This is flat shipping. And then we just they weren't being mean or anything, but I was just I was getting exhausted because I was just going through everything that I knew, and then I ended up not, and they were just I'm in Alaska, blah blah blah, shipping's usually not higher, and I'm just I don't know. And then I finally just told them our prices that they can't see. They only see $7.99. They have no idea all of our policies. So I finally just told them the policy. And then a couple hours went by, and instead of buying 10, they bought 8 of them. And so I was like, oh, okay. They were wrong on their end with two of the Beanie Babies. They were probably either they didn't tell me the shipping was messed up because they never messaged me back, and I would have gladly gone like I did with one of these and ended the listing, changed the shipping. I did it with one I forget which one, but I remember it was one of the brown ones. But then they just came back and bought 8, which I'm still happy they bought 8, but I was just I don't know. I'd have to drink from the Holy Grail wearing the Infinity Gauntlet. Hell yeah. We'll start packaging. But then we also sold the pair of shorts, and this is an adapter for traveling. I'll show you more. I'll open it once we get to packaging it. Yeah, today was the last. I left a comment on Ivan's comment on my video this morning, but today is the last day of Battlefield 6 content until the game comes out. Tomorrow will be what 20,000 kills looks like with the NTW, which I'm actually really pleased with how that video turned out. Five. I'm getting bubble wrap sheets right now. 6. Oh yeah, so actually it turns out, so like I did, we did go, whoa, stay right there. We did go thrifting Saturday, so that, but I ended up getting the days mixed up on the WWE pay-per-view. It's actually this Saturday. So probably no speed Saturday this Saturday again. It's getting the stick shift or whatever Dan would say. But yeah, but I just went ahead and I went fishing yesterday because it was like it actually felt like fall yesterday. And then it's supposed to rain all week, like it's pouring rain right now. And it's supposed to rain all week. I don't know if I'm going to go to the football game on Thursday now. If it's raining like this, I'm probably not going to go. Actually, I don't know. We'll see. I do have rain gear. It's not like raining hard, but it's a constant rain. Enough to be like, do I want to go? But yeah, no stream Saturday. I'll probably repeat myself. I did get HBO. I watched the first episode of Peacemaker. It was okay. It was just, I can't really say too much. It's the first episode. There was a couple things where I was just like, John Cena soul to soul. Like the first 10 minutes. Actually, I'll speak on that. That was really the only parts that I was just like, was weird to me, was like the parts where you could tell he's like trying to become an actor and they're like, do this. The rest of the episode, it was just kind of the first episode settings. I did kind of like the Justice Gang part. I can see people not liking that. I kind of liked that part though. But the first like 10 minutes of the episode is Peacemaker walking around in his underwear, like tighty-whities underwear, not just like boxers. And then like later on, there's like a full nudity orgy scene where he's like doing cocaine and stuff. And then spoiler alert. It's not really like a big spoiler because it's actually like in the trailer of the new season, but it's kind of a spoiler if you don't pay attention. But and then he goes and meets another one of him that's living a better life, and I'm just like, okay. Those were the only like weird parts. The rest of it felt like Peacemaker, but I can't really say too much. It was the first episode. There's a lot of one-liners, but it was better than Superman's one-liners, I will say that. It was the first episode was better than Superman, the whole movie. And then I am watching Twisted Metal, which you guys will get that review on Thursday because the season finale comes out on Thursday on that. And then the only other one is the Toxic Avenger movie is coming out this week, but so far my theater hasn't updated it to have showtimes. So maybe, like I was speaking, it might be another week of no movie reviews. But it's all right. I don't really care too much because then we'll come back and I'll go get the first movie I'll get to see after the 2 or 3 weeks of not seeing a movie will be Conjuring Last Rites, which I have high hopes for. I hope it doesn't disappoint me. Yeah. I did notice that too. James Gunn did speak on it, and he said that they thought about just like completely redoing that, or I forget exactly what he was mentioning, but they talked about like just having the first episode completely be redoing where they show up and everything, but he talked about that it would be like too big of a budget, so they just shot that scene real quick to be like, oh, this is what actually happened. I guess James Gunn wanted to do more with that scene, is what I'm saying, and they ran into budget stuff, so they ended up just shooting the little reshot that they did. No, I had heard about that. I hadn't seen it, but I had heard that they were going to do that, and then they actually did it. Oh, and then also next week, I guess is Wednesday split up into 2 parts or 3 parts? I forget, because I know like the new thing is with all these shows to do like 2 or 3 release. I know Stranger Things has 3 different freaking releases where they're gonna release the first half, the second half, and then like on New Year's Day they're releasing the final episode or whatever it is. I know Wednesday's the September 5th. But I don't know if it's the rest of the season or if they're gonna do like a Stranger Things 2 parts. Okay, so yeah, then next week we'll have Conjuring Last Rites, and then also Wednesday. Oh, sounds like my brother's here. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream then. You guys saw, there's just a bunch of bears. Here, I'll show you guys this real quick. A Samsonite Worldwide Converter Adapter Kit. We'll talk about more of this later. I will be on Battlefield later today. If I can open this. There it goes. Yeah. It's just to like convert if you don't have the right plugins. And then we just got a OSU Athletics Russell brand Cowboys short shorts. Well, that's going to do it for me today, guys. I will be on Battlefield later today. Have a good day, everyone.